MajorSlackVideos.
Well, yeah, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. Let's walk through some more Divinity Original Sin 2. Here we are in the Dark Cavern, and we're about to take on the Madman's Enclave fight. This takes place in the northeast section of the Dark Cavern. And this is the big fight in the cavern. This can get ridiculously out of hand if you don't approach it with kid gloves. So let's get busy. First of all, as I said at the end of the previous video, the trigger line is right there. Right about there. As soon as you go across that line, it's game on. So pretty much you can do whatever you want as long as you don't go across that line. So let's get set up here. What I want to do is lay a pool of blood all the way across here. And I got both my girls are elves. Losa is an elf because she has the shapeshifter mask. So we can lay a big line of blood right across here. Let's do that using flesh sacrifice. Nope. And Sabine can do the same thing. Nope. And actually I should have gone a little closer. Let's see if we can go a little closer. Yeah, we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. Lots of blood. Beautiful. And Losa, while you're waiting for your flesh sacrifice to recharge, let's give you the harpoon because you're going into close combat. Alright, lay a big pool of blood there, and we are ready, Freddy. Do a quick save before every major battle, and what I want to do first of all is back off Sabine just a little bit. You want to do this so that she has a line of fire on anybody that is in this area here or in this area here. And Losa's going to go on point, and we want to put her, you see these two arches here? We want to put her right in front of this arch, just a little to the left here. So let's use her tactical retreat, and this is going to kick off the battle right about here. And it's game on. And look at that, Losa is very conveniently right next to this guy. Alright, game on. Sabine, you're up to bat. Flesh sacrifice. Gives us an extra AP and extra damage. Next, let's teleport this guy right next to this guy here. Keep you company. And since these two guys are nicely grouped together, let's get PB on the scene. Right in the blood there. Put him off to the left so that Sabine still has a line of fire on those guys. Let's give them all the toys. Ranged attack. Warfare toys. And finally, let's dip Sabine's arrows in blood. Alright, Pee-wee, it's your turn. Who has the least amount of... You're both about the same. Okay, let's go for you. Ranged attack on you. Very good, and let's get right up in their faces. Okay, what are you gonna do? Oh, he went over there. Alright, yeah, this is typical. Losa, it's your turn. You're an elf, so we start you off with a little flesh sacrifice. And you're a warrior, and you have the whirlwind skill. And they're right next to two guys here. Oh boy, well. Let's let them have it. And we wipe out one of their physical armor. Close. This guy's close. Tell you what, let's use Crippling Blow. The thing about this is when you target one, it also does damage to anybody nearby. So we could wipe out the rest of his physical armor and also do damage to this guy. So here we go. Don't miss. Alright. So his physical armor is gone. And this guy's is almost gone. And you know what time it is, boys and girls? It is chicken time.
Glory is mine.
Oh, sweet. Still have 2 AP left. Tempted to wipe out this guy's physical armor too, but that's going to leave her wide open. But we're pretty good cover here from that guy, so yeah, why not? Yeah, let's just do a regular attack on this guy. Get some. And what are you gonna do? Shields up, eh?
I sense something nearby.
Interesting. Here we go. Okay, and he did the old swapperoo. He sometimes does this. Really good play. Switches Sabille and Losa, so takes the close combat warrior away from these two guys. I was ready for this, because what I wanted to do was move Sabille down here anyways and take the high ground, so they actually did me a favor. So, you think you guys pulled a fast one? I don't think so. Let's take the high ground. Up you go, Sabille. Alright, now, Chicken Hawk has 121 health left. Tell you what, let's do a barrage on him and see if we can finish him off. Okay, calm down there, Pee-wee. Your turn's coming up. Got him. Haha. That leaves us 2 AP left. Could use Chameleon Cloak or lay down a turret. I'm in favor of laying down a turret as long as we can put one here. Yes, we can. Right about there. I didn't see what the turret did. Okay, this guy's going after Sabille. Wow. Alright, Losa. This guy we have no line of fire on, but this guy we do. If we switch over to the bow. Where's your darling bows? No, wait a minute. It's the magical pinewood bow. Switch that over. Beautiful. Do we have a barrage attack? Let's do that. And how about a sky shot? Excellent. Phoebe, it's your turn. You're right there. And he has lost all his physical armor. I think it's time for, first of all, a ranged attack. Oh, you might be able to finish him off. Yes, do that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he tactical retreats right over there, right in Pee-wee's grasp. Okay, they're going hard after Sabille. Alright, Sabille. It's time for a Budweiser. There we go. And this is something I meant to do, I forgot. I meant to swap out these two. I wonder if I have a scroll. Nope. Okay. Note to self, swap out Fossil Strike for Fortify. Gonna have to go with this. Alright. Who is next? You. You have low armor, low physical armor. Don't really need to do a sky shot because we have the high ground advantage anyways. There, that wipes out all your physical armor. Tell you what, let's use one of these knockdown arrows. Down you go. Haha. And it's Losa's turn. We have a line of fire, and this was actually probably can we still shoot this guy? This is one of those situations where the game doesn't tell you the path is interrupted, but it may well be. So I'm just going to do a quick save because I hate getting ripped off in these situations. Got him. Okay, good. Just considering my options here. Let's just straight shoot him. And again. Down to 62. Beautiful. Down to 14. Pee-wee, finish him off. Atta boy. And that's all she wrote. And he falls down. Pee-wee, come on. Back on your feet. Up you go. Come on. It's just a little bit of ice. Hilarious. Sorry about that, boss. Hilarious. Okay, so a razzle dazzle grenade. Somebody go grab that. Losa, go get that. And Trumptoy, you have. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. I've forgotten about this. Right. If you wear this, you'll be cursed. And you'll have to find somebody to bless you in order to remove the curse, even if you take it off, so beware of this. Oh, wow. Interesting. And an unidentified crossbow. Identify, please. And it is Death's Knell, +1 to finesse, +6 to initiative. Wow. Jeez, that frees up a lot of armor right there and then. That's beautiful. Okay, what's your story? The Breaches of Wisdom. Nothing to write home about. Let's take all that stuff.
You feel a cold, dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches.
Don't touch it, Losa.
You don't hear, but feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
No. Don't do that. Okay, you girls hook up. That's pretty much everything done here. And the way he continues is right across here. Although it's not apparent, just step out, take a leap of faith, and a breach forms for you. And up we go into the big treasure room. Wow. Look at all that treasure. Beautiful. Okay, you should definitely do a quick save before you do this. Lots of important stuff in the treasure room. Let's get the two most important items, I think.
That's plenty.
One is another purging wand. Okay, that's great. You can get the second purging one. And number 2 is a third piece of the Tyrant's armor set. The heart of the Tyrant. Chest armor.
Oh, lucky find.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 3 pieces of that. There's also all these soul jars here. You can have the option of either breaking them, leaving them alone, or keeping them. And I strongly recommend the latter. Keep them all. I wouldn't recommend breaking any of them unless you absolutely have no room in your inventory to take them on. Yeah, it's much preferred to keep them. And let's loot these guys here. There's a skill book there. We've already got that skill. This is random loot. What do we get this time? %, critical chance. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Grab all that. More loot here. More loot up there, but that's going to trigger a confrontation with Tromptoy. So let's get all these soul jars first. We got Tamsin's soul jar, Rask's soul jar, Gwick's soul jar, and Gratiana's soul jar. Keep them all, and they all have a little story behind them when you interact with them. I know a lot of people like backstories, so I'm going to go through all this.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice.
Lay your hand on the surface of the soul jar.
You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Brachus Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Brachus stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Oh yeah, and the third option is to simply remove the lid from the jar and absorb the soul inside. I wouldn't recommend that either, because you have pretty much unlimited source, if you will, in this area in the Hollow Marshes. So yeah, definitely either keep it or smash it. I would recommend keeping it. Slip the jar into your backpack.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Next. Rask's soul
The
jar.
jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move.
Place your hand upon the jar.
The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
And slip the jar into your backpack. Each of these weighs 3 pounds, by the way, in case you're wondering. So if you want to take them all on, It's gonna be 12 pounds. And the girls want to talk to each other.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
Such selfishness, such unneeded pain, disgusting.
I can't help but sympathize with him. He just wanted to go home.
No, they want to chat about what happened to him. Isn't that cute? Okay. Okay, next. We did that. Did that. Let's do Quick's soul jar.
This jar glitters and glows. From within you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter.
Lay your hand upon the jar.
With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still twisting in your gut.
And let's slip this jar into our backpack. And once again, the girls want to talk to each other.
Nice.
The vision fades.
I can do little but condemn that necromancer's cowardice and greed.
She must have been acting against Brachus Rex for him to have come for her like that.
Okay, there we go. Break out the popcorn and let's move on to the next one. Giana's soul jar. And yeah, if you remember, Giana was talking about all these soul jars earlier on.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Giana.
Reach out and rest your hand against the jar.
As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor. Silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood.
Decadent lechery. I'm gonna write that one down. Alright, continue.
The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
Alright, let's slip that jar into our backpack. We're definitely going to take that back to Giana. And you want to have another little chat, girls?
The terrible vision fades.
Giana used the pain and deaths of others for her pleasure. She should be damned until the end of time.
While she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
Okay. And finally, as soon as we hit anything down here, it's going to trigger an appearance by Toronto. So let's go for this one here. Oh, okay. Can we get this one? There we go.
You made it all this way.
Okay, Toronto, you kind of like harshed our lucky charm buzz. Yes, we did make it all this way. No thanks to you.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry? After all you put us through? Dude.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
Explain yourself.
I'm cursed, you know.
Oh.
Bloody Brachus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it.
Is that a fact? Okay. Anything else?
As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die.
Okay, what did you do to earn such a punishment?
I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason.
Okay, so you have two choices: agree to help him to break his soul joy, or tell him he's an insufferable rat of a man and deserves his fate. I strongly recommend this one.
Really? You would?
Yes, we will.
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
That was worth it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Smashy, smashy. You both get 4200 XP and your choice of goodies. Let's check it out here. The Provoker. Oh my gosh, check this out. Wow. Although it will take away Chameleon Cloak, but you know, the Shadow's Eye probably still beats it. The Stinger, one finesse, one strength and one warfare. This would be perfect for Losa. I forget what she's wearing now. Or the Iron Greaves, one constitution and one retribution. Okay, that's out. I would have to say it's between the Provoker or the Sorcerer's Shell. I think we already have something similar to that anyway, so I'm gonna have to go with the Provoker. Yeah, with a slot too. A rune slot, you ever taken that? Okay, what else we get? Knockdown Arrow, Initiate Choose, Sneaking, interesting. A rock rune, plus 9% is earth damage. Interesting. Very good. Okay, take all that stuff. And that is it. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.